Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mag. I am normally your Sundays every other Sunday. Let's not talk about the fact that this is going up on a Monday. I had a whole another video filmed, and as I was editing it, I realized that I did not like it. I kind of had to scrap together another idea, and then this one popped into my head. So today I'm going to be ranking 22 members of NCT. As someone who has physically gone to college at some point in time, I thought, what would it be like if NCT, the members, were just regular Joes at my school? How would I perceive them? What relationship would I have with them? And yeah, quick disclaimers. This is all just for fun. This is a little goofy haha time. This is not to be taken seriously. This is just fun. That's it. I wanted to make a little list. Mainly, I found this website and I just wanted to use it for some reason. And this was the reason I thought of. Second disclaimer. If you would notice, I said 22 members and not 23. That is because I will not be putting Lucas on any of these lists. Just because I know right now he's kind of a sensitive topic for some people. And I don't want to start anything. This is not me shading him. This is not me saying I go one way or another. I just thought it would be better for this current point in time to leave him off the list. You might see his little photo down at the bottom, but that is just because I'm using like a pre-built list. I put the categories in myself, but the photos and everything were already like made by someone else. And last disclaimer, if you hear any yelling in the background, please disregard. It is currently Super Bowl Sunday, and I live in a house with a majority of men. But if you hear anything, that is what it is. No one's getting murdered. Everything's fine. And yeah. So, without any further ado, let's jump in to our tiers. Here are our tiers. As you can see at the top of our list, we have I would consider marriage with them. I think that's a pretty high tier, just because I feel like I'm probably very picky with who I would or wouldn't want to spend the rest of my life with. Next we have I would probably date them. Pretty self-explanatory. I think you got it. Third, we have friend zone with the possibility of getting out. They're my friends, but I haven't like hardcore friend zone them. You know, there's always a possibility. That is my chair. That is the chair, I swear. Next we have that's my best friend right there. They're my BFF. I tell them all my secrets. They tell me all theirs. We get each other. We got it. We're good. You feel the vibes. Next is they would be in my friend group. They're part of the group. We hang out, we chill, but they're like not best friend level, you know? Next we have basically my brother. I treat them like my brothers, which means I fight with them a lot. I look at them in disgust, but if anyone were to try to hurt them, I would fight them, you know? Lastly, we have would only be an acquaintance. I would admire from afar. I see them around. They're probably like a friend of a friend, and I just think they're great, but I could never like physically approach them and actually be friends with them in any capacity, let alone date them or marry them. So first up we have Taeyong in my friend group. 100% he'd be in my friend group. I feel like every friend group needs a Taeyong. If you don't have one, get yourself one. My only thing is I feel like I don't think we would be like BFFs, you know? Like I feel like I would say some things that would confuse him and he would just not really understand what I'm talking about, and I need my BFF to understand me, to get me 110%, you know? But he would be in my friend group. He would be like super close. He would probably be the one that would start the friend group, not me. He would start it and he would like bring us in, you know? And I think that's great. I'm here for that. Next up we have Johnny. I have said for a long time that Johnny terrifies me. Only recently, after a TikTok that Hannah sent me, you can thank her for this, I've come to realize that Johnny probably wouldn't actually terrify me if I were to meet him as much as I think he would put him in the I would consider marriage with them category, just because I think Johnny's an all-arounder, you know. He could do everything. He seems like he would be able to charm my parents. He seems like he would, you know, be able to talk football with my brothers. I don't talk football with my brothers. I don't know anything about football. I feel like he would just be one of those people that I would consider it with. Do I know if I would go through with it? Who knows? I think there's a lot of variables and I'm pretty picky, but I would at least consider it with Johnny. Next up, we have Taeyong. Taeyong is also going to go in the I would consider marriage category, because he's also one of those that he could do everything. He can cook, he can farm. I mean, I don't really want to live on a farm, but maybe if I want like a garden, he seems like he could help me with that. He likes animals. I love animals. Very nice, very sweet. Seems to just be able to make everyone like him, and I feel like he would be able to do that with me. Next up we have Yuta. Yuta is gonna be an acquaintance that I admire from afar. Listen, Yuta's great. I think he's awesome, but I don't think I would ever physically be able to approach him. I think, you know, someone would have to like introduce us, and I don't know who that would be. He would be one like maybe we say hi once in a while, but he's one that I see on campus, I view from afar, and I just think he looks great. And you know, he's probably on like the soccer team or something, I don't know, but I would never like go up to him, you know. Yeah, you got it, you know. Next up is Kun. Kun is that's my best friend right there. Kun would get me. We'd probably have some arguments about the whole, you know, NFT things, but we would get through it, you know. Maybe that best friend that would, you know, try to keep me from doing the compulsive things that I consistently try to do. And I need someone like that, you know. Very indecisive, and when I want to do something, I just do it and then regret it afterwards. And Kun would be able to tell me not to do those things, and you know, who better to do that than your best friend, you know, honestly. Next up we have Taeyong, who is going in to put in the basically my brother category. I'm sure this is shocking to some people. It was a little surprising to me, but then I truly thought about it and I realized that he would basically be my brother. Maybe that's just because I want to date his brother up. I would just be another Haechan to him. So poor Taeyong, honestly, but we would get along. I would help others bully him, but in that true loving way, you know. I think he's great, and I think he would probably be a great older brother, you know, so why not have him as one? Next up we have 10. 10 is going in the my friend group category. Again, I think 10 is friends with everyone, and I think I would be very sad if someone who was friends with everyone wasn't also friends with me, because then I would wonder, what is wrong with me? Again, in every friend group you need a 10. You need that artistic friend that can like get everyone's juices flowing. I would probably choose him in a group project. Next up we have Jae Hyung, who I'm going to be putting in the friend zone with the possibility of getting out category. I think honestly anyone who stands NCT can see where this is going. I think he's great, would be BFFs with him, but like not, because he's not in the BFF category. But he's someone that I would see as a friend and would have as a friend, but I would never completely close off the possibility of more, you know? So it's like, you know, if the fates aligned it, it would happen, but if it didn't, I wouldn't be like devastated, because I wouldn't be looking for it. I just be like, oh, that's my friend. He's my friend, you know? But I would never like completely shut it out, you know? You know. Next up is Win-Win, who is going in the would only be acquaintance I admire from afar. Honestly, with Win-Win recently in China has been behaving a certain way that would make me terrified to approach him in the he's too amazing type of way. Again, I feel like, you know, he's would be on the dance team. He would be so amazing. He also would definitely be hanging out with Utah, and as I said, I would never approach Utah, so he would be someone I admire from far. I would know his name, I would know of him, and he would always be sweet when you run into him, but we would never go past acquaintances, you know. Next up is Jungwoo, who I am going to be putting in basically my brother category. I feel like me and him would mesh really well in a sibling type relationship. Similar humor, we'd get along. I do find him a little intimidating just because of the 180 that he did from first joining NCT to now. Little terrifying. I feel kind of baited into that one, but whatever. But you know, I feel like that would be it. He is going into the basically my brother category. Next up is Mark. Mark is going in the I would probably date them category. I don't know how long our relationship would last, but even if it ended, it would end on good terms and then we would be friends, you know. But I definitely would date him if the possibility. Probably. I would probably date him, which is what the category says. You can't hate Mark Lee, you know, like, you know, you can't hate him, honestly. Next up on our list, we have Xiaojun, who is going into the that's my best friend right there category. Honestly, the more and more I see of him, the more and more I wish I was friends with him. I don't know if there's another way to explain it. Me and him would get each other 110%, and then we would turn around and use that against Kun. So I love that. Next up is Henry. Henry would be in my friend group. He would be in the friend group. Like, he's just on the tip of becoming a BFF, but he's not quite there yet. Maybe he's just joined, maybe he's still new, maybe I'm still getting to know him, but I like him as a friend a lot, and he's in my friend group and we hang out, but he's not quite at the tip of being a best friend, you know. But he's close because he gives a lot of laugh and a lot of joy to the group, and I appreciate that. You know, if I need someone to teach me another language, I know I can go to him. Next up we have Lunjun, who is best friend category. He's going into the that's my best friend right there. Why? I don't really know. I just feel like me and him would be BF. We'd get along really well. Yeah. Next up is Jenna, who is going into the I would probably date them category. I feel like he's just one of those dudes who I feel like we would start off as friends, and I would just never be able to get the idea of dating him out of my head, and so we would have to do it at some point. Probably, maybe we'd at least have a cute little fun date time, you know. Next up is Haechan, who is going into basically my brother category because me and him would lovingly bully the heck out of each other in all the best ways possible, and I feel like I would be evenly matched with him when it comes to that. I would definitely treat him as a little brother, even though he is a few months older than me. That wouldn't matter. In my head, he's a little brother, and he's just gonna have to deal with it, you know. That is for him to suffer through, not me. So lovingly, you know. Next up we have Jaemin, who is going in the I would consider marriage category. Listen, he is just hitting all the boxes, you know. He can cook, he's, you know, introverted, I'm introverted, he doesn't really like to be in big crowds, and I agree. Next up we have Jae Hyung, who is going to be in the that's my best friend right there category. I'm realizing there's a lot in this category, but it works, okay? It works. I swear it does. You just gotta understand, okay? I have a big, loving friendship heart, okay? Jae Hyung would force his way into being my best friend. Tell everyone that he is my best friend, whether that would be to upset anyone else on this list or not. Who has any idea? Me and him would eventually become like Scott McCall and Styles Stalinsky from the show Teen Wolf. If you ever watched, you know, I would be Scott, he would be Styles. It makes sense if you've seen it. If you haven't, go watch some clips. Next up, we have Shotaro, who I'm going to put in the would only be an acquaintance I admire from afar category, because at this point in time, he is a TikTok star. I couldn't handle that pressure. I've already accomplished becoming friends with someone that I admire on TikTok once in my real life. I think I'd be too afraid to do it again. Super nice every time you meet him. Like, he would know my name just somehow. So we have Sungchan, who I'm going to put in the would be in my friend group. He's a new one to the friend group. He's finding his place. Maybe he's new to school. We took him under our wing. It makes sense. And he would fit right in, but he's a little nervous. He's gotta, he's gotta find his place. But once he does, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. And he would be my true little brother of the friend group. So we love that. Next up, we have Chella, who I'm going to put in the basically my brother category, because anyone younger than me is basically my brother. I would treat him a lot better than the other 3 on this list, because he would be my younger brother, my actual younger brother. And I've always wanted a younger brother in IRL, so I would be very caring, and I would probably let him get away with a lot more stuff than I would, say, Haechan or Doyoung or Jungwoo. But that's okay, because I would reward him for his bad behavior, to be honest. I would be an enabler of this, and I would encourage him to bully the others on this list within our lovingly brother scenario. I don't really know where this is going, but you know what I mean. And then last up, we have Jisong, who is also going in the basically my brother list, because he is the epitome of who I would want as a little brother. I wouldn't truly fight everyone else in NCT in order to have him as my little brother, so I will be the biggest enabler of him, and I would also be his shield majority of the time with all of this, and everyone else would just have to deal with it, honestly. So that is all for this video. Do let me know down below who you would put in what category if you want to. And yeah, I thought this was fun. I honestly didn't have a script for this. I was just rambling, so I don't know if any of it made sense or what. I do hope you enjoy, and if you do, maybe I'll do more of these in the future. So yeah, I will catch you guys next time. Peace.